Hi, in this video I'm going to show you the order overview. This video is mainly for newcomers and should give you a complete overview of this module. If you need a general introduction to Shopware, I always recommend the User Essentials learning path in our community hub. There you'll get everything explained very linearly with various tips regarding your daily tasks. We're now going to switch over to the administration and take a detailed look at the module. With that in mind, let's head right over there. Once in the administration, we see that we're currently in Shopware version 679, and we have many different options here. But today is all about the order overview, so let's click directly on orders here on the left side. Now, right below that, you'll find the overview. We can see that in my test environment, there are currently 50 orders stored with different customers and values, right? We have here order status, payment status, and delivery status. So we can see exactly where everything is, where the whole flow is at, and we can also open individual orders, get information, adjust them, and so on. Now let's go into detail on the overview itself, because maybe it's not even, let's say, relevant for you like this. Okay, maybe you're not interested in where the order went, for example, but you have completely different information that you need more often in your daily tasks. What we can do here is click on list settings, and now I could say, for example, okay, I could, for instance, hide the customer name. I'm not interested in that. For example, I only need the order number for my daily tasks. I could also hide the payment status for whatever reason, but I could show the affiliate code instead. I could also move that to the top. I could also say the order value is very important to me, so I'll move it to the top. As you can see, you can customize the order, or rather the overview, according to your wishes to make it optimal for yourself, exactly. We're now going to edit an order in a moment. Basically, there's also the option to add an order here, of course. That's no problem at all. You can do it from the administration. It's super easy and self-explanatory. A classic example. I have a customer on the phone who might have a technical problem locally. That prevents them from, for example, placing an order right now. It could be an internet outage. Thinking about it, they could call us and we could quickly create an order with them over the phone. That's definitely possible in Shopware. We can also change the language up here, just so you've seen that too. However, I'm going to edit an order now. Basically, creating an order from the overview screen is similar to editing one, as the same data is required. I'll click on a sample order here, and we can already see that someone has ordered something for 82,000 euros. The last change was 22 minutes ago, because before the video, I naturally entered all the order data. And exactly, there are various statuses here now. So for example, I have the payment status here now. I could change that here now, right? There are things like, for example, the customer has only partially paid or the customer has paid in full. Depending on which payment service provider you work with or which payment methods you offer as standard, these changes are also adopted immediately by the extensions themselves. Usually, you don't actually set anything manually here. Then, of course, there's the delivery status, right? So, for example, have we shipped it? That's more something you'd set manually, depending on how you do it. But of course, that's also configured automatically. If I send an order, for example, via a shipping service provider, and I have the respective plugin or extension or app in my Shopware instance, that would also naturally be transferred via an API, and then it would say shipped here, for example. And I could, for example, and I'll just do it now to show you, set the update status myself. I could even send an additional email to the customer along the lines of, hey, your email is, your order has been shipped. And I could also create new documents and so on and so forth. Then I can just click here and the whole thing is done. Right, now we also see here, okay, delivery status has been changed. Then there's also the order status. That's usually a bit simpler than delivery and payment, because here we just have, hey, the order is either cancelled, the order is completed, it's in progress, or it's still open and nothing has been done to it yet. So much for that for now, because that's usually the, let's say, point that's least understood, and I hope that's already come across reasonably well. Down here, there's a relatively simple list of the respective products with the tax rate behind them, and then, of course, the net and gross price. We can also adjust the list here again, just like in the order overview itself. For example, you could also say, I'm interested in the product number, and I can move the net price up, for example, and could design this here bit by bit. At the bottom, I can then see things like promotion codes, for example, and I can also update the whole thing and so on. I don't think that's so critical for the video right now. These things here are important for now. Last but not least, If the customer calls and says, hey, oh no, I ordered everything wrong. How do I correct that? What can I do? That's also always a classic case. Or you get an email somehow. You can adjust everything here, right? So you can even manually adjust the price here again. I'm not doing that at the moment. I could also add new products, yes, could then just search for them here. It always gives me a list of all products in the dropdown, so to speak. It would, of course, be very tedious to search for it here, but I can also just enter something here, for example, and then it searches for the respective product for me. I add it, click on it once, would then have to add a price and so on. So it's complaining here as well. Refund is not allowed because it was done with PayPal, but in daily operations, it would definitely work. Of course, this is just a test environment here. Finally, we can take a look at the details here. So we can see here, okay, what's the deal with the payment status, delivery status, for example. And then we have the possibility to basically track the whole thing a bit. If there were a history here, for example, the customer had placed the order, it had gone to in progress, then I can also see exactly when that happened and which employee did it, for instance, and so on. Right? So I have it here, I can just look at the entire history. At the very end, there's also the Documents tab. It's not available here right now either, because it's a PayPal order. But in theory, it would be such that, for example, all documents, invoices that somehow reach the customer as part of this order would be included there. For example, something like an order confirmation could then also be downloaded manually here. Classic use case. The customer has some spam filter on their email or has lost their email address but needs the invoice or order confirmation again. We'll find it here. And when we're all done, we can click save. We've edited our customer record and that's it. It's really very, very simple. It's similar from the overview if we want to add a new order here now. I would just select a new customer here, then I can say which sales channel it is. I'll take our storefront here, click through once, can then click on preview order here, and could then also here, similar to the editing interface, which looks very, 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 very similar, I could then add, adjust, change everything again, and create an order manually. Then click save at the top once, and the whole thing is done. Exactly. And that was essentially it for the order overview. I hope I was able to explain everything here and help you out, and then I wish you much success with Shopware. On that note, take care. Bye.